guys, how's it going? So I wanted to show you, I've completed the design on my battery bank stand. Most people I see on YouTube and so on, they'll put them in some kind of a compartment, but I don't like putting them in a confined space, to be honest. Even though they don't vent, I just like to have them open, exposed to air. So this is what I designed. You can see there's 8 batteries here in total, so this will hold 8 batteries, the same size that I have now. And on the bottom here are 2x12s. They're almost 5 feet in length, these two here. And then 2x12s that are cut up for lower support. And then I've got 2x8s up here up top, coming across here, 4 feet. And the inverter is going to sit right on top here. Now what you can see is the reason I went with 2x6 on the top, or excuse me, 2x8 on the top, is because that's the width of the inverter, number one. And number two, that will allow me to get at the battery terminals much easier. So I don't have to run terminals around and underneath like I have got it now. So the inverter will sit right on top here, and then, you know, basically the wires are going to come down and they'll connect without me having to get a long wire. Remember, the longer the wire that you have, the more resistance. So you want to keep the resistance down to a minimum. So this allows me to get the inverter as close to the batteries as possible. Now, I did raise the entire thing out by a foot. Right now my batteries are probably right about in this area here. They're only about 4 or 5 inches off the floor. This is actually a foot, 1 feet, so, or 1 foot. So that was going to raise that up a foot. Now what that's going to do is that's going to allow me to shorten up all of the wires running from my charge system to the battery bank. You want those also as short as possible. So my sense wires, I can cut those way down. And you know, basically the charging wire, everything, all the wires that are running from the charging system, I can cut those way down in length. So that'll be closer to that. And then to kind of make my wife happy, since it's on her side of the bed, it's also going to double as storage. And whether I put doors on here or not, you know, that's going to be up to her. So yeah, I mean, it's pretty simple. It's going to take basically three pieces of wood. I've got 2x12x10 Douglas fir, which, you know, I don't really care if it's pressure treated or anything. It's going to be inside, so no big deal. And then I've got a 2x8, 8-foot piece to make this top part here. So I had to build it for weight because each one of these batteries weighs 70 pounds. So you're talking, you know, almost 700 pounds here. So I needed to build something that was going to be strong enough for the 700 pounds. I didn't want to use 4x4s. So to increase the surface area of the wood here, I went ahead and went with the 12-inch across. So that should be more than enough to hold this in place. And then I'll anchor this side here to the wall. I'll find the stud on the back or on the wall. It's very unlikely this thing would tip over. I mean, it's so heavy you'd really have to be working at it to get it to tip over. I'm not saying it's impossible, but we don't exactly have people running in and out of our bedroom at the far end of the house. So if I feel uncomfortable with it after I've got it built, you know, I'll add extra anchors, but I highly doubt it's going anywhere. So anyway, this is what it looks like. This is something I'm going to be building. I'm going to go to Home Depot tomorrow, pick up all the materials, and start putting it together. Start cutting it up, get it put together, and yeah, and then after that, it's just a matter of adding more batteries. So, pretty sweet. Looking forward to it. I like building this kind of stuff. I like getting my own custom thing going. And 8 batteries should be good for now. The goal is to add even more than that, but 8 batteries will definitely power my house. So, alright guys, if you have any questions, let me know. Take care.